Ebusha impempi you know say report bi eba bonten and say article bi ba bonten na say ye kopeke e de ye report e de abre ahwefo a na dodo na adwen ye omo say bia sebe ye kasa e de ma NPP party and say ye kasa e de ma NDC party na impempi no esan say report eba no eye against the NDC party allegedly inti dodo na adwen say possible multimedia no ekasa edema NPP party ebusia endi kwan so enye sa de tie ne say mekọ ekọ kenkan article no na se me de emu breakdown no ebe abesom a se de ete no sa pepepe na me de brem hye no so ma me say aha possible multimedia me di dwumadi ho chairman of course me din no e de Francis Atchu aka possible mama ya we say anytime any day a menumienu ebedi nhyemu e platform yi so no na e kire say amanyo nsem a etwa gu won yeman Ghana mu enu bi ena mo sonfo Francis Atchu mako hwe bia medi bi eba besum ebusia obi ebusa se eden ena ekoso currently ene a me no ka say akwaya te say report a mede bro ni na akwa mu one side which is the northern region part of Ghana mpempe a me no ka say die manebo eni ntemu e kire say sam rentie miensen yesuma omo e wo northern region wo ukọ constituency a bro no bi wo no ye fe ho BINDURI sa mrentie miensa we ehye mask a omokototo etuo ewo NPP Chairman ni fie bullet makomako 20 and allegedly eyewitness no ekira omuhu ye de tosmienu say Nizan pickup a esiwa a omode ye party adwuma no mrantie we edija tumu ehye no ebusia nhwehwemu ekọọso na kyerɛ sɛ panin bi ɛna esuma anase obo mrantie we pa a omoye sa me no ka sɛ sisi a information eba ne sɛ aban ensa so mu me pɛ sɛ me kasa no be tenten no ka me ho ne nkonkɔgye nsɛm no mu nkyɛmu ne wi a na ye nyina ye fili ne a kyerɛ adwo comment section no ase nyankopɔn enhyɛ yin
Enra enyumre around the hours of 9 to 11 p.m. ade esi wo BINDURI abonten so na nya asem ketwa na say ye politics no atumi ekwa kodru sam pempenso ya then there is a serious need for concern because people's life is at risk because say openly people have declared support for a certain presidential candidate and a certain political party enye nkofo bi de but enye sana politics here we are practicing democracy ya your friend kabi mame kabi ana kire wadwen na meso menkire madwen enti die na besi ama saa die ye no rekoso BINDURI akoso die na akoso BINDURI according to eyewitness around the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. 3 masked men almost gunmen riding on 2 motorbikes fire close to 20 gunshots at the frontage of the NPP party chairman's house. Ewo BINDURI. Na sababu ni ye Atuba in the BINDURI district. NPP party chairman your friend Mr. Samuel Ayagu. Omo kind over 20 gunshots fired at the NPP's BINDURI constituency chairman. The fear him. Now about 220 in a year, and according to the eyewitness, and omo move straight to a Nizan pickup branded with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and have a BINDURI NPP MP pictures. The registration number JX 416417. And now these 3 masked gunmen eshie petrol edi egu pickup no nyina twa jatumu emma the NPP party's Nizan pickup with this registration number eshie to ashes. Juga omoshi kanu juga. Now according to eyewitness, when these 3 men masked gunmen were leaving the premises of the NPP's party chairman Mr. Samuel Ayago's residence, they fired not less than 8 gunshots in the air while still riding on their motorbikes. It is unclear who the perpetrators are and what their motive is, but recently there have been social media voice recordings threatening persons within Binduri, Boko, Zabila, Garu, Timpani, and Pusiga constituencies from using political party paraphernalia belonging to the New Patriotic Party's presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in these traditional areas, especially in the Kusau traditional area where these towns can be found. Mami Chemochi, enti enro anwumre no efri anwumre be no nkuru kosi dubako. Brantia miensa ya omodi akatani mu akata omanim. Na omotiti motorbike so ekura tuo. Eno omo bowura NPP Party Chairman ya wo Binduri constituency bowura ne fie. Na omo bowura ne fie na according to nipa ne jejina ho eyewitness chirima. Omo tuo more than 20 gunshot ewo ne fie nani. Tuo ne nyina wie ye no eno omo move straight eko pickup ye NPP Party pickup. Ye de NPP Binduri constituency MP no picture and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia picture tare ho omuvu ko ho hwie petrol e de go pick up no so hwie agatu mu e hye no jorobe. Now according to the eyewitness, the people this about for some no omo antumi ahu omo because no omo shakatani mu sanso na etirimu pontie mu omo de kwaye sa ne de omo tumi kire but omo kai ni se nansen udo ni kire mu various social media platforms nipa asa omudi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any Binduri NPP MP ne ho nioma eye ne flyers ne posters ne ade ne nam no tia ne yete omo woni especially omo won krobiti se Binduri ho eye Boko Central Zabila Garu Timpani ena Pusiga yenya hunu se MPP ho bon ana ho bon MPP ho bon Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo hye MPP baby wo bon MPP hu dawuro pe ni a chance warnings via social media voice recordings. Yeah, according to eyewitnesses, omukura enough evidence of these voice recordings. Threat received by unknown people because they've associated themselves with NPP's flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the NPP MP for Binduri, Honorable Abdullahi Abanga. Again, the NPP parliamentary candidate for Binduri, Honorable Abdullahi Abanga's pickup was also set ablaze, and the reason believed to be the cause of this destruction was also unknown to the NPP's parliamentary candidates. Constituents of Binduri who flooded the party chairman's house today, Tuesday, July 23, 2024, to witness the burnt vehicle and traces of bullets from the gunshots, sympathized with the party and condemned the incident. A resident who spoke on condition of anonymity indicated that he believes the attack was purely politically motivated, as opponents of the NPP, that is the NDC, in Binduri, are leveraging the conflict in Boko to prevent constituents from voting for the Honorable Abdullahi Abanga and the NPP. A chunk of constituents within the Binduri constituency also have this same motive and smell foul, and said that this incident can only be attributed to the handiworks of the NDC because people within the NDC had been threatening them every now and then as they found themselves being affiliated to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP. Again, the threat reached a crescendo when over 1,000 of NDC supporters in Boko, Binduri, Garu, Timpani, and its environs jammed the gun to support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and his campaign team when he toured the area. Enti, nipa kakra mo no mo di nkomo no mo chirima. Ade na akoso no. Omo de, omo gitum ye say. NDC for no masashase. Na de kodienti a omo kasa ne se. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de ne campaign eba sa ampatam ho. NDC for asoshe kam de friend DC. Ya omo join Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign eye bebrebe. That free down mu sashe so mu tu sa na mo. Threat upon threat and a bombs. Na obo boapa akotai menteme ho ase ene ntokwa ekoso oboko no ena sabe omudidi sansamfo no ewo Binduri ewo Tempani ewo Garu ene Boko Central. This is according to residents ya omo ene reporters ekasai. Honorable Abdullahi Abanga, the member of parliament for Binduri and deputy minister for local government, after visiting the scene, said he puts his trust in God and in the law enforcement authority to bring the perpetrators to book, adding that no amount of violence and intimidation will subvert the will of the people of Binduri. He further called for calm among all constituents, especially among NPP party faithfuls and sympathizers, and the over 1,000 NDC supporters that have crossed carpet from the NDC to the NPP because of the hard work of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and who feel threatened for their democratic decision to align with the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and himself. He said there were no cause for worry, since he could assure them that their security is intact. Police have since commenced investigations and have arrested over 8 suspects believed to know or have a hand in the incident, but are yet to disclose enormous findings to the public. The way ayen someone no anwumre ya asi wo Binduri na chese Yakopon amfa fia enka NPP party chairman kombo ntoku ka NPP MP ya wasan ye deputy minister for local government Honorable Abdullah Banga kombo ntoku, all because ye nhuro nipa bi nipa over 1,000 across the carpet from NDC to NPP because of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in this regions. It is their sole prerogative to undertake such a step. Because omunim the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bitu ayama. Enunti enti ena wokobo pa. Se yemfa tuo enko hunu ma. Yenko twa jamfa ntoka munche. Just to put fear in those people. Nanka 7 December drew her on to. But we are also calling on the member of parliament and the party chairman, say we a fearsome. They should allow the Ghana Police Service do the needful, conduct vigorous investigation, and arrest the perpetrators and the culprits. And if found out to say the rank and file of the NDC in the Binduri constituency has a hand in what happened yesterday night, and so some of the political parties say because Ghana has outgrown our participation in democracy to warrant to say obi a inagene se party we muame intimi nko party we ti yenko tutunkuno yenko twa jamfanto ne kemu ya tra ho da. So we from the desk of NPP TV are calling on the Inspector General of Police Dr. George Akufu Dampare, so they should do the needful, conduct vigorous investigation and bring the perpetrators to book. Because over 20 rounds of gunshot to deer and over 20 gunshots being fired at deer. They meant business. They wanted to take the life of an innocent soul because of partisan politics. So Bibenya kukodua shie petrol edia good 2 pickup trucks belonging to a certain political party. Na bibi baba ni trinse minsan twa jantum enhye no dwerebe deer. Yani panon tramoto so ensan kono won tutu mfa mframa mu de. It means they were hired for a particular business. So we are counting on our security agencies to act swiftly and accordingly to Nyoma and Nra Ekoso ewo Binduri na ewo nsafufuru
across the country. A lot of Ghanaians seem to think that that's a better alternative than a buyer. You difficulty across me. My bread, my you join from me who strike and when the baby I am at some here for mana more college necessary my more allowances if you because he in this car. Some say anything on better better me amun to so I am ranting and most more paid man me magician. Na ma to me akɔfa adwuma abrɛmo wo pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma akɔ room na akɔ sɛ bo be gu kwa ho na tɔn kotwa grass na ba hyehyɛ ye beto. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. If you 2020 you encounter challenges we don't pass for you to film na hwɛ kwan a aban ya fa so a only Ghana for etumi edi nkomo over the period. You'd realize say there's a big difference between the NPP and the NDC, especially when it comes to how we manage crisis. Now adeba kwa meme na naka chere da kra o say Dennis, Kendini papa. Yen kan says we Kendini a wabi and obi odi ni peni mo wabi and wunyo hawo. Nemum the institutional work Kendini or ye papa. Any Kendini on ye papa ne say papa no. So how ne ba or jitu mi so how na ba. No wa boabo ni peni nyina no. No watene tene kwan no. Na wa kire ye kwan e betumi ye ho afrim. Na ye tumi ye hwan den afrim. Kendini bone ne de. O ha ne ba ya o se mo tete me dodo.
How do you explain say ebinimo can say President Mahama time now $1 is to 4 cedi and up to 13, 14, 15 cedis. Better than why explain it?
You see the facts and they say it's not about baby akwadru. It's about the rate akọ. Any conditions a woman. Hwe no crepa ne say. Eno no gade ni bi etim bia ya we. Peni ba ho. Oni ye kɔ efuo mu no na ye kɔ efuo ne mu ahemache no odi ye kɔ efuo mu no na han mu no ne ye kɔ nti anopa yi nyina ehu kwan no na ye kɔ bɛkɔ no bi ehu no di enim ne ye kɔ ye du kwansini kwan ne mfimfi won se ma brɛ mi ntumi nkɔ bio dia mbe mbia ye da mitumi akɔ me na me kan so ma brɛ ma san mechi pani ba ko ono no ya twɛn sa de bɛkye ade enche so esese yekɔ nti esum ke bi mu pa ino odi yenim no ne ye den ekɔ yekɔ ya ene ye pa bebi ade odi kan de yekɔ han mu di ye no ye pa ho pa no ho kra be ye nsi hu mienu ne hu se enya ade a ase ye kɔ ne ntentem se ne ye den ye pe no but the difference between something for mienu no say ubi sa won say dia na han wo ho na wontumi afo wontwa ekwan ne fampo no ono san be ka cho say we no ka so do mbeko mo bi odum duye aka be ye 2 kilometers so do ma wie won se we jam asi ho me na me ntumi anye even a quarter of the journey kra no mo fama me de mbeko how do you explain this on Mampeni John Dramani Mahama? The fact of the matter is his entire period as president, each of the economic indicators bakupo ni want to me improve here, not even one. Or by now inflation was 8% or they call 15%. Not even one. Then this is for you bisa won say omo ba aban mu no na dollar na omo ka say omo di ja 4 cedi na you saying. Okay. It was $1 to 1 cedi. In see say oba be fa inflation na the fee 8 cedi call 15 cedis. Na say me ba na be fa inflation from 15 no e de back to 8. That's a me encounter a challenge. Me anticipating, nobody in the world. And I expect that we'll go through that challenge in 2020. Now, a PI inflation no cost 54% in 2023. Now say, to me, not 2024, I say 54, I do 23%.
How can I go back?
Why? And Ghana for to me, you say, you bet to me, P on my TNU, you don't have a single evidence. Say, what you mean PI economy challenges in the back not even one. In fact, who PI consume can be boom such a tree in Cofonio Meguye, in here from by Cosco, the allowance from Muji from Sim, Omo ye Juma, as a you am cut 12 months, or say skinny on to bet you 3 months. The idea, we are standing my way now. But me buy no. For 4 years, I'm a bar bemono. Me pians how we in our coffee. me ma inflation now the core 15 and me by 18 nkwala na wo my allowances and me sign them more nkwala na wo di omo tire fie 2014 15 16 no me form adwuma mu obi o adwuma 1 year bi etua ne ka 1 year etua ne 3 months kania na wo dundum ne na nkofo adwuma gu no top four e ma ne gina so in the midst of that process me nya challenges no me ne ye nyina tra se ka se how abeni o niema mienu either say yebetu yebeka say nipengu say na ebesi bia no na yem protect your economy no and I say you be decide say you be bo enkwa ho ban na economy ni de dachi bi ebetu an den esiesie no okay say na
me kai pa
he had a choice Nanado had a choice to protect the economic indicators. He had a choice to keep his eye on protecting the gains na but it was going to come at a cost. The cost was going to be about the death of human beings, citizens. And see, our COVID nearby, so we knew who I want to say. So what that would be who I want to say. But yeah, enough of four. Yeah, do for actually one more. The transient, you just say, minya yanka, na madam for not here. Even in the midst of 23% inflation, better than that. Today, because of that decision they could take here to protect our lives in India. PI inflation go 54% as at 2023. But 2023 bepe no. Ye PI boho juma ye ho juma 54% about 23%. You go so keka ko yenim. Prediction na say ye bedu December no. Na inflation about bedu 18%.
Like that's this
question 15% and I bedu 18% at the time I ever to about many wo.
There's this question and I'm a person because I say how can a global challenge affect only Ghana? Say no here. These are and come away questions in Kwana maybe.
First of all, no.
Now, other neighboring countries, they do inflation or form Cote d'Ivoire and one of my Kenya. And I idea it was true.
First of all, no, you know, crazy global economy affected Ghana and Kwana. And that message me breaking it down, my cascade. So the first class countries now, you better say, you need to be fair home to America, Asia, UK near there. They've even been hit even worse than us. US, experiencing the highest inflation they've seen in 40 years. So you're aware?
Yeah.
UK, experiencing the highest inflation they've seen in 40 years. In fact, UK problem no crowd here. Howard to the extent say in the year 2022, almost as prime ministers 3 times in 6 months.
Sure.
So okay. Sure. And it was obvious. It was because of the economic challenges. Germany, it drew baby no. Na brodu krombe to kwa no munye bi nto oyo eni esam no munye bi no mato no makwakoye den akwakodi. So it is not true say Ghana nkwa na affect him of friend say studio ha niema e was studio ebu be 80% likely say crafty Turkey.
It's more than that, bro.
And Asia Turkey for inflation in the year 2022 ekoya kopem 80%. So the first class countries, it's not true say they affect the economy. China shut it down for 4 years. In fact, as we speak, Africa no more open up to the world. A lot of the Asian countries almost cut your production. Ghana, Ivory Coast, their inflation used to be about 1%, 2%. Yes. Okay. It is a Nippon inflation 1%, 2%. And about 6%. You see, less than all the no. Then this I want to say, how much
increase yako. Okay.
Until you don't go and pick Ivory Coast for inflation. Now I'm picking Togo inflation and I say Ivory Coast inflation here 6%. And now they are 23%. Until one economy no, it didn't affect them. It's not true. What you should go and ask is that before 2020, now Ivory Coast inflation no, they are saying. And na ene saying. Before 2020, now Togo inflation and they are saying. And na ene saying. That is how you would analyze the situation. So that assertion is completely false. Every country in the world is struggling. Utie, a friend is saying Biden and Trump debate.
Yes.
It was obvious.
Yes.
In their debate, that was the main conversation. Yes. All of them were, and they kept repeating COVID, Russia, Ukraine. COVID, Russia, Ukraine. Omunina say COVID and Russia, Ukraine has affected their economy. But we are an import-dependent country. Let's just say, yen dayamaya mayansa de pese yenya wo mai wem ni yenya enti se baby yen ye kokra ye ne ma free no almost say COVID and Russia Ukraine nti